Hi, I'm Dustin, and today I want to talk to you about how to read the Bible. Maybe you've made it a commitment in the new year that you want to read the Bible all the way through. Maybe you just want to get on the bandwagon of starting to read some things outside of just what you hear from the sermons or Bible school lessons in church. And if that's true, then that's a really great thing. But one of the mistakes that we make sometimes when we read the Bible is we decide, well, we're going to start on page 1. We turn to the first page and we read page 1, we read the second page, Genesis 1:1 and on. And there are some really exciting things that you can read about and learn about if you read that. But also we get bogged down sometimes. It has happened to me, and it has happened to so many people I know who have tried to start reading the Bible. We get in, maybe read through Genesis, and a lot of exciting stories in there, some genealogies, things that we think to ourselves, well, what's this all about? But it is pretty neat. But then we get to Exodus. We start out with some exciting stories. Then all of a sudden we start to see how the tabernacle is built. And all of the instructions, very specific, detailed instructions. And since you and I are probably never going to be involved in building a tabernacle, we think, okay, how do I get through this? Then we get to Leviticus, and Leviticus has law after law that has to do with the Israelite covenant and has to do with the laws of the Jewish people. And we think to ourselves, how does this relate to me? And when we don't immediately see it relating to us, now catch this, it does relate to us, but we don't immediately see it. When we don't immediately see it relating to us, then it is very tempting to stop reading. So, what do I want to encourage you to do is this. If you have never read the Bible before, the first thing I want you to do is don't start at the beginning. Don't start at the beginning. In other words, what you should do is you should go to a book in the New Testament. The New Testament was written about 2,000 years ago, which seems like a long time ago, but considering Genesis was probably written 3,500 years ago, the New Testament is newer. It also, in many ways, is more directly applicable, or at least we can understand its applicability more. So go to the New Testament, open to John's Gospel, to the book of John. This is the 4th book of the New Testament. Why John's Gospel? Well, because of what it says in John chapter 20. In John chapter 20 it says, "Now Jesus did many other signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not written in this book, but these are written so that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing you may have life in his name." John's Gospel is a great gospel to read. It's a great place to start, and you are going to immediately start to see the kinds of things that Jesus said, the kinds of things that Jesus did, and the kind of difference that Jesus can make in your life.